if you want to do this again later, you put the balls on the bra strap line, middle of your shoulder blades somewhere. It's a bit non-specific, but you certainly don't want the ball too low. And then so that your head's not suspended in the air, you want to rest it. I'm going to rest it on my block. And then everybody who's lying on the roller, take your arms out to the side and turn your palms upwards. So you're going to be doing that if you're on the ball or if you're on the roller, and you're just going to be lying on your backs. Okay, so I'm going to transfer onto my roller now. And if by any chance your head starts to creep off the end of the roller, you need to slide back down again. Alright, so we're in a very passive position here. Your arms are not higher than your shoulders, so you're going to take them maybe a little bit lower than your shoulders. You're going to let the backs of your elbows drop onto the floor, and just keep your feet solid on the floor. I would have them maybe a little bit wider than you normally have them. And we're just going to breathe. And we're going to breathe in and really lift the front of the ribs up. And then as you breathe out, allow the back of your ribs just to drop into the roller. Don't force them, just let them drop. And feel your elbows very heavy on the floor. And you're going to do 2 more breaths. So breathing in. And breathing out to relax. And a nice long breath in. And then a long relaxing breath out. Now I'd like you to turn your palms to face downwards, all of you. Turn your head to look towards the hand closest to your screen. So you're turning your neck. And from there, let your knees travel towards the screen as well, and give a little push on your hand, and your ball or your roller will travel to the opposite side. So you're feeling your ribs stretching on the opposite side. And then roll back to center. Turn your head on the roller to the other side. Just push the roller and breathe into the ribs. Now you're thinking of really expanding that outside of the rib cage. And back again. Just a little roll from side to side. Let your knees roll as well. And see if maybe you can roll a little bit further. You won't be able to roll so far on the ball, but you'll be able to roll quite a long way on the roller. And then roll back to center. You're pushing the roller to one side. Rolling your hips. Try not to let one side fall over the edge of the roller. Still keep breathing in. And then breathe out. Bring your roller or your ball back to the center. And just rest your head, making sure your chin's slightly dropped. The backs of your shoulders are really, really, really heavy. And you're going to reach up towards the ceiling with your fingertips. Your arms parallel. And just go for a very simple reach upwards. So you're stretching shoulders up. And then let them come back down again. So you can either drop them quite heavily, or you can slowly release them down. Whatever suits you. So breathing in and breathing out. Release through the arms. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel like a big yawn as you breathe out. Breathe in. A little smile on your faces, please, guys. And breathe out. Release the arms down. Now keep the backs of your shoulder blades sort of down, either nuzzling against the ball or against the roller, and reach backwards with both arms. Your thumbs are pointing towards the floor. Let your ribs lift up, let your back arch, and then bring your arms forward, and you're going to lower your little fingers towards the floor. So you've got your little fingers pointing downwards. You're going to do that again. Inhale, reach back. Big yawny in-breath. And then exhale. Sigh the breath out. Bring the arms all the way down. 1 more. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Bring your arms down. Lower your hands down, open out your elbows onto the floor again with your palms facing the ceiling. And then if you can keep your elbows on the floor, do. Otherwise, just hover them up off the floor. Bend your elbows, and if you can keep your elbows on the floor, as I say, keep them there, otherwise lift them up a little bit. And now you're going to spread your fingers out so that you've got a gap between each finger. You're really stretching your hands. And you're going to lower your little finger towards the floor, so you're moving through your elbow. Then you're going to rotate so your fingertips face upwards, and then you're going to try and keep your elbows down and reach your thumb towards the floor behind you. No way should your thumb be able to touch the floor with your elbows down, but you are rotating the head of your humerus in your armpit. So you're just going backwards a bit, and then forwards. So little finger towards the floor, pivot off the elbow and just reach back so your thumb reaches towards the floor. This could be very uncomfortable, so don't go too far. And lower down once more. Lift up and reach back once more. Bring your arms back to the central position. And now as if you're going to grasp a great big gym ball around the waist, so around its waist, that's just resting below your breastbone on your tummy. So try and make your arms go into a nice circular shape. And this time as you breathe in, you're opening your elbows again, but keeping that shape. The gym ball's just getting wider and wider and wider, and you're still hugging it. And then hug the gym ball once again. So you're almost wrapping your fingers around the top. Okay, so we're going to do 4 more of those as we breathe in and open. Breathe out and hug that ball. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Remember, not much else is happening through your body. Your lower back should be relaxed. Your feet should just be relaxed. You should feel your toes on the mat. Let's do 1 more opening. And as you open, widen out your arms and let the backs of your hands come back onto the floor. And this time try and reach out a little further so your elbows are no longer on the floor. Now I just want you to curl your palms up a little bit. So it's just imagine you've got your fingertips just curving forward, and I want you to imagine that you've got the most enormous gym ball in front of you. And we're going to hug the biggest gym ball in the world. So just lift your arms, and I want that gym ball to be so wide, it's about 2 or 3 times as wide as your body. And I want you not to actually move your arms inwards anymore, but feel that you're resisting against that ball. So imagine there's a wall or a surface under your hands, and I want you to squeeze inwards, not moving the arms any closer towards each other. Keep that squeeze, and then slowly open the arms back. Let's do that once again. We call this hugging the biggest tree in the world. So we're just squeezing in, not moving any further. And then open. Now find where your little fingers are. Just wiggle your little fingers. And as you squeeze the biggest tree or biggest gym ball in the world, squeeze into that gym ball with your little fingers. So internally rotate your arms a little bit. Squeeze. Imagine you're digging your little finger into that ball. And then inhale, open. You should feel the muscles under your armpits start to work. And then 1 more. Biggest gym ball in the world. Just giving it a little squeeze. You should also feel that your tummy starts to switch on now. And then gently open your arms, bending your elbows again. And then just lift up your arms in a soft curve as you did with the first position. And you're going to bring your arms over your head in that bent position. So you're reaching back. And then bring the arms forward. Now bring 1 palm above the other hand. And you can touch your hands together and then bring your arms over your head. Stretch. Then bring the arms back. Now bring hand to elbow, so you're grasping your elbows with your hands. And then lift that over your head. Breathe in. Try and reach the arms back and really open out the backs of the shoulders. There should be one shoulder blade on each side of your roller. And then in that position, bring your arms forward. And do that one more time, swapping the grip with your arms. So breathing in, reach backwards. Big inhale, exhale, bring the arms back down again. And bring your hands onto the floor. Okay, Sally, I would like you to change the position of your, I'm going to come off the roller a second. I want you to change the position of your ball. So you're going to lie on the mat and you're going to lose your pillows and you're going to put the ball there, underneath your tailbone. Everybody else is going to stay in exactly the same position. So you want your lower back on the ball, your tail just over the back of the front of it, and your tummy not on anything. Okay, so from here, everybody, you're going to be pressing your hands or your arms into the floor if you can reach, and we're going to do a little pelvic curl. You're going to curl your tailbone underneath you, and then gently release out onto the roller. Now guys, if your back is really stiff, this is where you want to focus on using your deep, deep, deep abdominals, your pelvic floor muscles, and not just push with your bum. You want to just feel that you're kind of sinking your tummy down, deepening that curve, and then allowing the tailbone to drop back. Okay, so you get more movement if you're on a ball than you do if you're on a roller. So we're going to keep going, but keep it little. And feel that you're really trying to flatten your back down towards the floor or towards the roller, and then uncurling and releasing all the tension. Okay, so now we're going to roll our hips up off the ball or off the roller, and you reach out with your legs and really stretch out through your thighs if you're on the roller, because your feet are much lower. And then melt your spine down. Well, it doesn't feel like melting. It feels like you've got to push it down into the roller. Squeezing your bottom muscles and then uncurling through your tail. So let's do 3 of those. Rolling up. Very, very familiar exercise. Keep the toes on. Make sure you're not just rocking onto your heels. Keep your legs fairly narrow. Don't let them roll out. Roll your spine down. And at the end, drop your tailbone down. Okay, so one more. Rolling up, holding your top position. Now, the top position on the roller does not feel very high. The main thing I want you to feel is that in between your bra strap and your bra strap line, in between your shoulder blades, you've gently dropped that part of your spine. You've anchored it. If you go up too high, you can even tip the roller over. So you want to keep a bit more of your shoulders down. Because we're going to once again bring the arms up, all of us, arms to the ceiling. And from here, we're going to march the arms, one down and one up. And we're going to focus on our inner thighs, squeezing towards one another, and our glutes working, our legs lengthening forward. Just see if you can feel that your kneecaps are reaching an extra millimetre towards the wall in front of you. That your thighs are lengthening out. They might be burning by now. And then we're going to bring the arms back, place them down on the floor, hold that position, and staying there, you're going to lift your left heel off the floor, keeping the ball of the foot down, place it back down. The right heel, and place it back down. Just make sure your hip bones aren't moving up and down. They're staying rock solid. Just peel the heels up alternately. Doesn't have to be fast. I'd rather you did it really, really precisely, so you're not rolling your foot out onto the little toe side. You want to have more pressure onto the first and second toes of your feet. Just focus on that inner border of the feet, and then drop both heels down onto the floor. Now, on the next one, you're not dropping your bum unless you have to now. I want you to lift both heels up off the ground. Just hover them. Now, see if you can squeeze your hips up another millimeter. Keep them up and push your heels down onto the floor before you drop your bottom a little bit. Let's do 5 more of those. So lift your heels. Now push really high. Hold that height, push your heels down and drop down. Now when I say push really high, I'm still meaning keep that middle, that vertebra in between your shoulder blades. Try and keep it on the mat, on the roller. So lift the heels, try and keep that middle of your shoulder blades down and still lift your hips up. And then push your heels down. And again, so keep going and down. So up with the hips, with the heels, down with the heels, up with the hips. Good. Once again, heels up, hips up, heels down, hips up, hips down. Last one. Heels up, hips up, heels down, hips down a little bit, then roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Right, from here. Now, Sally, you're going to be able to do this just quite easily, but you might have to readjust the ball a little bit, maybe bring it a little bit higher. Then you're going to lift up one arm and slide the opposite leg out along the floor. Okay, so just leave it there. Just feel, as you do that, you're really reaching out through the foot and through the arm. To come back, pull your back in towards the floor, towards the roller, and drag the heel back. We're going to stay on the same side. We're going to do 2 more. So reach out, slide your foot along the floor, allow the hips and ribs to lift. As you breathe out, purposely pull your back into the roller, pull your lower back into the roller, and drag the heel back. Okay, guys, then you want that friction underneath your foot. So breathe in. There's an arch under your back now. You're going to lose that arch by pulling your back into the roller or into the floor, and you're going to drag your heel all the way back. Lovely. Okay, so let's go on to the other side. Breathing in. This is the opposite arm to your leg that's reaching back. Inhale. And this inhale when your back arches is the release for your psoas muscle. And then as you breathe out, you're using your diaphragm, your ribs. You're pulling your ribs down onto the roller and dragging the heel back. So it feels like your tummy is doing a little bit more work. 2 more. So inhale. Exhale. Pump the air out. Squeeze it out. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drag your heel back. Bring your arm down to your side. Lift up both arms to the ceiling and slide out one leg. You can choose which leg it is. Now, you're going to reach your arms back. You're going to start to turn your palms outwards, and as you drag your heel back, you're circling your arms to your sides. Remember, the only thing that's really keeping you stable is your other leg. And you pushing down into the ball or the roller. If you've got the ball under you, you don't want to have your arms on the floor, so keep them off the ground. And then circle, bring the arms back. Place your foot down, place your arms down. We're going to do the other arm, but I want you to try and work in the other direction through your other leg rather. So you're going to take your arms out first. Then you're going to lift them up, and as you bring them up to the ceiling and down to your sides, you're dragging your heel back. For 2 more. Arms circle outwards. They lift, and you drag your heel back. And again, try and have your palms facing the ceiling as you circle. As you bring your arms back, drag your heel back, place your arms down. Okay, now we're going to have our palms on the floor, or if you want to make challenging. You lift your palms and you just put your fingertips down on the floor. You're going to push down into your roller or into your ball. You're going to look forward, make sure your head's not tilting backwards, and fold one leg up into a tabletop position. And then point the foot and lower the foot back down to where it came from. And your tummy has to be working to keep you on the ball or on the roller. So once again, fold up, breathe in, breathe out, push down and lower down. Keep going, 2 more. So exhale, fold, breathe in there. Exhale, lower down, and reach, and lift, very gentle, and lower, and bring it down. Okay, we're going to add to that. Fold up one leg. Now drop your chin, so you're going to be looking towards your legs, and I want you to reach the leg away from you. You can bring your leg up higher if your back's aching. Drop your chin, press your lower back into the roller, and I want you to do 6 quick little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knee in, lower your foot all the way down. Place it in the correct position, and press into your roller, fold up the other leg. So your lower back wants to sort of feel as if it's connected into something. If you're on the ball, you want to press your tailbone down. You're going to reach out with the leg, your chin dropping, your ribs pulling in, and circle 6 times. Tiny circle, other direction, keep steady, and then fold your knee back, lower your foot down onto the floor, and just rest. Now just rock your roller side to side. And Sully, please will you change the position of your ball and put it back behind your shoulders without the cushions, so that you're propped up as if you're on a beach. So you're going to be looking forward over the top of your knees. Okay, so I'm going to do Sally's version now. Everybody else, you're going to be doing the roller version, and we'll catch up. So Sally, your ball's going to be once again on your bra strap line. Everybody link your hands, make a cradle, and put them behind the back of your head, and keep your head on your roller. Okay, so Sally, what you and I are going to do is we're just going to arch slightly over the roller. So we're going to add a little bit of extension. Everybody else, you're just going to start to curl forward, and we're going to curl forward as well. And you're going to try and come up, and imagine you're trying to pull your shoulder blades down your back, and almost pull your shoulder blades off the roller. And support your head, and then breathe in, and just bring your head onto the roller, and we're going to do a little arch backwards. Okay, so I want you all to keep going, and you're going to do 6 of those. So just little ab curls, not too challenging, but use your feet. I mean, if you've got the roller, use your feet, and imagine they're going to pull you forward a little bit more, and then roll back down. Use the roller, really lean into it, lean your lower back into it, and then roll down. Okay, so we're going to do one more, all of us together, up, hold the position. Now, curling forward, I'd like you to reach one arm forward. If you find you're too necky, keep the other hand behind your back, your head rather. If you're not, bring your arms forward, and just push through your fingertips, and you're trying to bring your shoulders up a little further. Let your eyes drop down into your tummy, and we're going to punch the air. We're going to do 100 beats. Breathing in. So when you breathe in for the hundreds, it's 5 in and 5 out. Okay, so you do this in your own time, but you're on set number 2, and we're going up to set number 5. Then 3. Out. Then 4, out. Then 5, out, 2, 3, 4, chin a little bit, roll down, and then lift your arms over your head. So I forgot to say at the beginning of the class, if you don't want to stay on the roller, come off it, just lie on the floor, or do what Sally's doing and use the ball. Okay, so we're going to get forward with our arms once again. We've got 50 more of the hundreds to do. So we're reaching, and I want you to really roll forward. Drop your chin and breathing in. And up. And in. And up. Really breathe in when you're breathing in, and really breathe out when you're breathing out. Squeeze the last bit of air out, reach forward, roll down, and reach your arms back. It's brutal on a roller. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of oblique work. You can do it on the ball, you can do it on the roller. You start off with your head in the middle on both hands. You're going to take one hand and place it on the floor about an 18-inch gap away from you. This hand is doing something. It's not just floating around. It's there to push and pull the roller. So we want to have a sort of rocking action. So when you push the roller away from you, the ribs furthest away from you are going to open and your obliques are going to work better. They're going to be able to move a bit more. So first of all, we're going to curl forward. Then the elbow furthest away from the screen is going to lift up. I'm going to give a little push with my roller. I'm still reaching my elbows towards the ceiling, but now I'm looking over the top of my fingertips and I'm trying to push my ball or my roller away from me, and then I'm going to roll back down all the way and bring my head down onto the roller. So just two more of those. It's a straight curl forward. It's a roll as you inhale. It's a roll back as you exhale. Let's do that one more time. So up and across and back and roll down. Obviously on the ball probably doesn't move quite so much. Swap hands. Bring your hand behind your head. And then curl forward, and then just push and lift. Feel this elbow lift, and breathe in. I'm not moving as much to this side. And then breathe out and bring yourself down. So up, across, not a straight across, it's more of a lift of your shoulder blade up and across, and then roll down. Challenge you not to feel your oblique muscles underneath your ribs. And then roll all the way down. Oh, okay. Bring your feet in close enough. We're going to bring both, well, actually, just one hand behind the head. Bring this hand back onto the floor. This is your supporting hand, and the opposite foot is going to support you. Like you lift up one knee. Okay? We're going to curl forward. Bring the knee in, curl towards it. Lift up and twist, and at the same time reach your leg out. Bring yourself back, bring your knee back, roll down to the floor, roller, or the ball. Okay, so once again, up and across, reach the leg out, twist, breathe in, bring it back. Two more. Exhale, reach and twist. Inhale back. Exhale, reach and twist. Inhale back, roll down onto the roller, lower your foot down, and swap arms. So Sally, if you want to make that a little bit harder, what you'll be doing is extending, going into that little bit of an arch over the ball, which makes it even harder. Okay, so we're curling forward and bringing the knee up. Got to hold on. Bring your knee in, bring your body further forward, twist, and as you twist, reach out with your leg. Breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, up and across, and twist. Look at your furthest hand. Inhale, all the way back. Two more. Exhale, reach and twist. Inhale, roll back. Last one. Up and across, and then all the way back. And just place your foot down onto the floor. Lift up your arms, just go for a nice big reach with your arms. Stretch out, bring your arms back. Sally, I'm afraid you're going to have to swap the ball to your bottom again. So just put it underneath your tail once again. So everybody, bring your arms onto the floor. I'd like you to lift up one leg. Okay? Doesn't matter which leg you lift up. And the opposite arm. Then we're going into either holding on with our fingertips on that hand, or having our palm down, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, have your hand hovering off the floor. Okay? So you've got no hands on, then you've got one foot. You can do that, grip. Alright, so reaching back with your arm, reach out with your leg. Breathe in, bring your arm and your leg back. You're going to do 4 of these. So inhale, reach. Really feel you're pushing into the roller. Exhale, return. 2 more. Good. And back. Last one. And then bring your arm and your leg back. Lower everything down onto the floor. Just give yourself a wiggle. Lift up the other leg. Lift up the opposite arm. Set your eye line ahead of you. Do whatever you want to do with the other arm. Either cling on, fingertips or hovering. And then breathing in as you reach out. Straighten your legs, pull your ribs down. And inhale, return. Exhale. So you're trying to pull the ribs down to flatten your back into the roller. And return. And again. Reach. And back. Last one. Reach out. And then bring your leg and your arm all the way back. Lower your foot down. Right, Sally, I'd like you to take the ball out from underneath your bottom. You may want to pad out your lower back a little bit if you're on the floor. If you're on the roller, what I'd like you to do is to move your feet further forward. So you're just going to inch them further forward from a right angle out so that your legs are much straighter. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Now this is tough. We're going to roll up to sitting, if we can. So you're reaching back with your arms. You're going to press your arms forward. You're going to bring your head and shoulders forward, and we're just going to look forward for the first one. You're just coming to there. Putting your shoulder blades right off the roller, and then you're rolling back down and bringing your arms back. I have to say, if you're wearing a bra strap, this is not the most comfortable exercise in the world. Okay, so arms come forward, nod your head forward, roll. See if maybe you can come up a little bit further this time. And then roll all the way back down. And reach back. Next time, it's sitting. So bringing your arms forward, drop your chin. Feel your feet suck into the floor. Roll yourselves up into a sitting position. Up on the tip of your roller. Looking forward, you're going to roll all the way back down onto the roller. Curl your tailbone underneath you. Roll down. Reach back. If you can, try and do 2 more. But please, if your back's hurting, this is when you may want to miss out. You need a lot of spinal articulation for this. Roll down. Reach back. Okay, so on the next one we're going to be sitting on our roller. If Sally, you're not going to be doing this, you're going to miss this out. Walk your feet in, and I want you to sit up tall, and I want you to stand up in one big movement. Okay, so now you're vertical. Right, Sally, you can use your little roller now. So anybody who's got a shorter roller, this will work really well. Standing behind the roller with the roller that way around on the mat. You're going to do a roll down. So nod your head forward, just let your head and neck roll forward. You should feel a difference already in your body as you do this. Just roll to place your palms down onto the roller. We're going to do a squat. So you may want to walk your feet a little bit further out from one another, a little bit further apart. Try and keep them parallel. And we're going to drop our bottoms down towards the floor. Now, I want you to try and keep your roller fairly wide. Some people's rollers are much narrower, it doesn't really matter, but it's the width of the roller. Reach out with your arms. Now, from here, lift your bottom up, and you're going to roll the roller back, and I want you to place your palms onto the roller, press down, and really, really round your back. To the extent where you kind of feel the weights coming off your feet, like a handstand. And then do that once again. So you're rolling the roller forward, you're dropping your sit bones towards the floor, getting into that squat. Can you go a little bit lower? And then curling your tailbone underneath you. You're rounding your back, bringing the roller really close under you. Place your palms down on it and just rock forward. Look at your thighs. Drop your head. Last one. Roll the roller forward a little bit further. Pat it out. Okay, now from here I want you to take the length of your roller and whatever width or length it is, lift it up off the ground and see if you can drop your sit bones a little bit lower. And then push straight up, push the roller up to the ceiling. And then bend your knees, your back's flat, your bottom's coming towards the floor. Go back down into that squat. Right down, and lower the roller. And again, push up, straight back. Reach up. So your back's straight, it's not curled forward. Your bum's sticking out as you lower. Try not to crouch. But sit down, 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 down. Let your bottom drop. And last one, all the way up towards the ceiling. And just lower your roller down. You're going to roll down with it in your hands to the floor. You're going to put your palms on the roller. Just roll it forward this time. Come down into a kneeling position. Okay, so you're going to take your roller forward. Untap your toes, so your shins, this bit, wants to press fairly hard against the floor. Right, so you've got a sense of power through your legs. Have the roller underneath you, but in line with your shoulders. You don't want it too far forward, and so you can kind of grasp the roller a little bit. And then pressing into the roller, let's have a nice big cat stretch. So round your back. And then uncurl, sending your tailbone out and lifting your head. So at this point there is no movement in the roller. Alright, so roll, nicely tall, and uncurl, and lift the head. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Curling, just moving through that position. And reaching out. Good. Now from here, you're keeping your back flat. You want to keep that flatness and you want your tummy to work. Now I want you to see if you can hold the position in your body so you're not leaning forward with the roller, and just see if you can take the roller forward and pull the roller back. So you're kind of resisting the urge to go with it. You're engaging your core, you're engaging your tummy, and you've got that sense of having to really resist as the arms go further forward, further forward, further forward, further forward, and then you pull back through the arms. So you may need to pat the roller like I'm doing. Okay, so reaching out, just let's take the arms forward. Alright, so the arms are the only thing that are going forward. Can you press really hard into the top of the roller? Now take your body forward and keep the roller still. Take your body forward, 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 forward. Don't collapse your shoulders. Push back until you're back in that position. Okay, let's do that again. So you're pressing into your shins, your back shape stays much the same. You're taking yourself forward. Now go further forward and see if you can straighten your legs a little bit more. Pull up the tummy and go backwards. All right, let's do that again. So forward. Engage the tummy in that position. And back. Okay, many of you will know what's coming next. You're going to tuck your toes underneath you. Now, please be aware this is much, much stronger. You're going to press down, and what you don't want is your roller to disappear away from you. But you're reaching forward, you want to press down into the roller. You're going to hover your knees up, and you're going to take your weight forward and come right onto your toes, and then you're going to rock your weight back with your heels pushing down. Okay, so keeping that forward. So anyway, if you have bad toes, if your toes aren't good, just do a little movement, and you might want to bend your knees a little bit, okay? But if you don't have to bend your knees, come onto the tips of your toes, and then rock back. One more, you'll probably be screaming at me by now, and then bring yourself back. Bend your knees back down onto the floor, uncurl your toes, sit back in a shell position. Reach out through your arms. Just give your hips a little bit of a wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. And now we're going to turn the roller around. Put the roller like that. Okay. You can use the ball as well, so either, but your little roller, doesn't matter what size the roller is. I'm going to put my hand down, and it's the hand closest to the screen, and we're going to go into thread the needle. So the back of your hand rests on the roller. This elbow is going to bend a little bit as we roll the roller away from us and look underneath our armpits for a rotational stretch. Breathe in, bring the arm back. Breathe out, reach it out. And back, one more. So you're going to feel your ribs turning quite high up through the shoulders, and bring your roller back. Excellent. I'm going to turn around so that you can see me do it the same as the other side. Alright, so hand on the floor. Your arm goes underneath the other arm, just in case you were wondering. And then roll the roller away. Make it little to start with. Don't try and force yourself to go too far in one go. And then roll. Now try, as you're going this way, try and shift your ribs a bit in the opposite direction to get that sense of rotating rather than sliding. Okay, last one. That's it. That's great. And then back. And bring your roller back. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of stretching or self-massage with the roller. And as I say, this really doesn't work with the ball. You're not going to get the right sensation. So if you want to watch, first of all, I'm going to have my knees bent. I'm going to rest the roller. It's on the side of my shoulder blade, just below my armpit. You don't want to be, you don't want your boobs on it, but you just want it a little bit above your shoulder blade. Then, these knees are bent, by the way, so they stay like that. This arm's supporting me. I'm going to bring my hand behind my head to support me. And then I want a little bit of a curve over the roller. Ow! And then I'm going to roll backwards. Even bigger ow. Across the shoulder blade. Okay? And then I'm going to roll slightly forward. And then back. Okay? So set yourselves up. There's no specific place where this is going to, it's all going to hurt. But you can move it a little bit. Don't have it too low. You don't want it sort of in too sensitive areas. And obviously, the further you go over the roller, the possibilities of massaging are stronger. So let's go rolling slightly back first. Now not too far initially, going over the edge of your shoulder blade. And then rolling slightly forward. Okay, so these legs are not doing anything, they're just relaxing. Inhale. And exhale. Okay guys, I'm going to show you something that's going to be even more excruciating. You're going to take your arm out, and this time draw a circle until you're looking at the ceiling. Okay, stop there. Bring your arm up, bring it past your thigh, and do that one more time. So you're circling your arm forward as if you're going to roll onto your side. You're looking at your hand, you're circling back across that painful little knot, and you're bringing the arm all the way back. Okay, that is enough on that side. Let's go see what the other side feels like. So you find your trigger points, which are underneath your shoulder. Actually, you should do it. You should just do it. Do a little while you're sitting there, just before you change over. Just lift up your arm, and the arm you've just worked on. Just lift it up and see if it feels nice and free. And then lift up the other one, and we'll do a little bit of work on that and see if maybe it feels a bit better afterwards. Let's see. Okay, so find a position, hand behind your head, and then just side bend over the roller. Alright, so the roller sort of rolls a little bit towards you, and then roll back a little bit, and roll forward a little bit. I mean, this is torture. It's absolute torture. And then roll back. Maybe a little bit further this time. And roll forward, and we're going to add the arm. So we're going to take the arm forward. You're going to circle it, and I'm going to turn my head as well, so that I'm looking at my hand, and I'm going to bring the arm back. Just not right behind you, just to the ceiling. Drop it down. So you're going into that arch at this point, and then you're losing the arch as you bring your arm back, and you come off the roller again. Okay, let's take a moment to feel whether you've got more freedom of movement through your arm. You may or you may not have. And then, last position for the roller on our backs is having the roller behind your pelvis. Okay, so you lie on your back. You can do this just as well with a little roller. It doesn't really matter how big the roller is. But for everybody, you want your tailbone hanging over the far side of the roller. Okay, so it's really sort of, your back's a little bit more arched than before. And then you want to tuck your tailbone underneath you. And first of all, we're going to just stretch this leg. So we're going to slide the leg out, keeping the foot on the floor. You may have to hold your roller, but you're going to pull your other leg in towards you, trying to keep that foot down and trying to pull your lower back towards the floor. So your pelvis is kind of curling underneath you. And just breathe in. So long inhale. And then as you breathe out, try and let the leg go. Just kind of like feel it's going to slide out of the hip socket. And let's do the other side. So foot on the floor, draw your knee in towards you. Try and feel your other leg sort of drop out of the hip socket. Big inhale. And then exhale again. That's really nice. Feels lovely. And then just hold your roller and lift both legs up to the ceiling. So we're going to reach with the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. And then we're going to bend our knees a little bit. So you've got a little bit of a bend in the knees. And then you're going to take your legs out and apart. Okay, if at this point you feel confident to take your hands off, bring them onto your inside legs and give yourself an adductor stretch. So you've got the inside leg stretching right up towards the knee. Please don't do this obviously if you've got knee issues. And then bring your legs back. Works much better than if you keep your legs completely locked. So out to the side, just stretching. Good. Now lift the legs up a little higher towards you. Bring your legs back together. And as you pull your tummy down, lower your legs down. Start to turn your toes outwards. Circle the legs apart and bring them back up. Okay, let's do that in reverse. So your legs are going up, you're opening them, you're lowering them, keeping your lower back pulled down, and you're breathing in, bringing your legs up again. And now we're scissoring, one leg towards the floor, straight this time, and then back. The other leg towards your body. So if you can, if you feel confident, take hold of your leg, draw it in, give it 2 little pulses. 1, 2, and swap. 1, 2, and swap. 1, 2, and swap. 1, 2, and swap. Okay, we're doing scissor, scissor, circle now. So this is scissor, scissor, circle your legs in opposite directions, bring them back to center. And again, scissor, scissor, circle, center. Scissor, scissor, circle, center. 2 more. Scissor, scissor, circle, center. Last one. Scissor, scissor, circle, out, center. Bend your knees, lower your feet down, take your roller out, then underneath you. Okay, allow your back to settle. We haven't had this absolute joy yet of lying on the floor after having been on a roller. So I deprived you the last time. So I want you just to lie there, feel flat. Now, just as an experiment, do a bridge. Curl your tailbone underneath you. Push out through your knees, feel how easy that feels. Lift up your arms, reach them back. You may find they go back a little bit further. And just roll your spine down and bring it into the floor before you bring your arms down to your sides. Rock your knees over to the side. Sitting in the mermaid position, so knees forward. I'd like you to put the roller on this side. We're going to try and ground the opposite hip. So you're going to try and keep this hip down on the floor, more or less down. If it's too hard, put the ball under your knee, put something underneath you. Relax the hip. Place your palm on the roller and initially just go into a side bend without moving the roller. So you're just pressing downwards into that roller. And then you're bringing yourself back. We're not going to lift the hand off the roller. We're going to do that again. Pressing down into the roller and bringing ourselves back. Alright, now we're going to push the roller away from us. So you may want to just put the roller in a different place, but otherwise reach out. Now you've got to use your tummy, you've got to use your underneath of your body to bring the roller all the way back again. Okay, so off we go again. The roller rolls out. You try and keep this hip anchored. You press into it and bring it back. Right, we're going to add to that. So we're going to roll the roller out. We're going to rotate and bring the other hand onto the roller. Then we're going to put the first hand onto the other side of the roller. Then we're going to roll the roller out. We're going to drop our heads and pull the roller in towards us so the back is rounding. Okay, so you can watch me if you want to. I'm going to do this a few times. So reach out, and as you reach out, let your back flatten a little bit. Then pull in, drop your head and round your shoulders as you bring the roller in. Then reach out and flatten. Now we're going to change that. This time arch your back as you bring the roller in. drop your head and round your shoulders as you push the roller out. Pull the roller in an arch. Drop the head round the shoulders and push it in. Last one. Pull it in that arch. Then replace your hand to the middle, lift up your arm and bring yourself back. Great. Other side. So setting yourself up, hand on the roller, sitting down into your hips if you can, prop yourself up if you can't, put balls and cushions and all kinds of things underneath you, or you can even just have your knees like this. Right, so pressing into the roller, don't let the roller move, and actually what you're trying to do is push your opposite hip into the floor, and then bring yourself back. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, and back. Okay, last one of those, just to kind of warm up for the arm and the shoulder and the ribs. You're opening the chest wall on that side. Good, then we're going out into the stretch. And then use your underneath to pull yourself back. And again. And back. Okay, we're staying out this time. We're bringing both hands onto the roller, rotating the ribs. So you're kind of twisting through your ribs. Don't take your hands too wide, but just push out. Now drop your head round through your shoulders to bring your roller back. Then dive the head down and uncurl. Okay, so you're trying to keep your shoulders as square as you can. Then round your shoulders and bring your roller back. Dive the head forward and uncurl. Okay, now we're arching. We're arching the back to bring the roller in. We're diving the head down to reach out. One more. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go away. Come in an arch. Move your hand to the middle. Bring yourself back. Just come into a sitting position. Snuggle yourselves over onto your tummies. Okay. And then let's just go for a stretch forward. You don't want to have your roller falling off the edge of your mat, or if you want to just on the floor, then move your mat out the way. Alright, so you're reaching out with your arms, your hands wide, or if you've got a narrow roller, then on either end of the roller. Little V in your legs, little gap, reach forward, just really shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Then shrug them away from your ears. Then shrug them up. Keep your elbows straight, please, guys. Don't bend your elbows. Then with straight arms, shrug the shoulders back. One more. Reach away. Shrug your shoulders back. And now, when your shoulders are shrugged back, put a little bit of pressure into your roller and come up. A little bit high. If you want to go lower, that's fine. And then roll the roller away from you. Your thighs need to be pressing hard into the floor. Okay, so lift your head and neck. And come up. And exhale to roll out. Last one. So up. And then exhale to roll out. Okay, so you can just do that if you wish. I'm going to give you a particularly tough, nasty one to do otherwise. I want you to have your roller so that you've got your elbows lifted. So if you want to do this, this is the cobra. Your elbows lifted and the roller is just below your collarbones. And then squeezing your elbows towards each other, lift up, come back. Now, this is where it gets hard. I want you to bend your elbows in towards you and very slowly lower your tummy back down onto the floor. And then bring your body weight forward. Bend the elbows in towards you. Bend them backwards. Resist with your tummy. Slowly, with the elbows going backwards, lower yourself forward. And stretch your arms forward. Let go of your roller. Just sit backwards again, towards your heels. Give your hips a wiggle. And then you're going to come up to a standing position. So put your feet back down onto your mat. So no roller now. Give everything time to settle. Alright, now let go. Just roll down. Roll down with no tension in your body. Your arms should feel worked, your back should feel very, very worked. Drop down, relax the neck, and then roll your spine up. Going to do one more. We're going to come up, but this time I want you to lift your both arms up to the ceiling. Feel that extra movement through your shoulders. Then scoot through the tummy, and as if you're going to dive forward, let your arms drop. And then softly roll down. Just see if you can go down an extra millimeter. Shake, nod yes for me. Shake no. And then roll up